Hello guys, I'm so happy you guys are back for another video. My name is Ali, and in my channel we talk a little bit about everything from K-pop groups and K-pop communities to why the sky is blue. Doesn't matter, if we like it, we talk about it. So in my channel I have a segment that I like to call K-pop Makeup Time Tuesdays, and I know I'm like a couple days late, but you guys will understand once I start talking about today's topic. It's going to be a very serious and controversial and very sensitive topic. So if this is not for you, you can click away. There's going to be a bunch of happy videos in the future for you to watch. Because in today's topic, we're going to talk about someone that sadly is not with us anymore. That there has been rumors and speculations on why his passing happened. But I want you guys to know his story. I want his story to be told the right way with all the facts. I want him to know that when we talk about him, we smile, we remember who he was and the legacy that he left in all of us and in the K-pop community. As of now, the K-pop community is still in mourning because on April 19, 2023, Moonbin was found unconscious in his apartment by his manager. It's still shocking because as a K-pop fan that has been in the K-pop community for more than 10-15 years, I've been through this not only once but twice. And I know how the fandom is feeling right now, and my heart goes to all of you. But we have to remember Moonbin with a smile on his face, because that's what he did majority of the time. He was a kind, heartwarming person that put everybody else's needs before his own. And I think that's the way he wants us to remember him by. He was more than just an idol, a dancer, singer, and entrepreneur. He was a friend, he was a brother, and he was a son. So if you want to hear more about where Moonbin started, his career, his legacy until the day of his passing, then keep on watching. Moonbin was born January 26, 1998, making him an Aquarius. And as an Aquarius myself, I can testify that he brought to light what an Aquarius is. If you believe in horoscopes, you know that Aquarius are creative, innovative, heartwarming, dedicated people. And that was Moonbin in a nutshell. His family consists of mom, dad, and his younger sister Moonsua, who's actually debuted under the group Billy in 2021. And her brother was everything in her eyes. She was the person she looked for when she wanted comfort, advice, and as an idol herself, she looked up to her brother, especially when he was on stage. And their bond is actually very much, I will say, beautiful, mainly because they're only 1 year apart. And even though they didn't grow up all the time together as they went into their separate careers, they rely on one another when they needed it the most. But everything started at the age of 4. By under the influence of his mother, he was put on to social media at a very, very young age. He was only 4. And his mom started putting him on social media, taking pictures, and he started as a child model. But he didn't get his big break until 2006 when he appeared in the music video Balloons by Dongban Chingy, and he was recognized because he looked very similar to one of the members, you know. By this time, even though he already had like his little internet fame, he was known as an old chang, which means beautiful face. So he was known by his appearance a lot. And after the appearance in Balloons, that boosted up so much that he got to do a cameo in the show with a very famous drama, Boys Over Flowers, as young Kpop's character. And after this, everything just started moving for him. But I'm going to tell you guys something. This is just my opinion. I solely believe in my heart that no child should be put to work those long hours. Moonbin started at 4. At 4 years old. That's a toddler. A toddler needs to go through certain steps. I've been watching this YouTuber called the Dad Challenge podcast, and he's great. Josh, you're like amazing. But he talks, and his whole theme is to stop child exploitation. And to me, this is child exploitation. No child, no toddler should be put to work at the amounts of hours. Should be out playing with the other kids. Should be in school making friends, making mistakes, being a child. That's what, your infancy is all about. You being a child and growing up, developing yourself, not being in a social media, having adults judging you for the things you're doing as a child. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it was his choice. At 4 years old, at 6 years old, do you think that poor child had a choice on what he needed to do, how he needed to do things? Or what he wanted to do? At that age, you're just debating whether you want the green lollipop or the blue one. There's no way that a child can consent to be put to work at that time. But not only this didn't stop him, he actually became a trainee at the age of 12 under Fantasio. And then 5 years later, in 2016, Astro was made. And he hasn't stopped since. And during this time, he was practicing, doing other stuff like on the side. He was doing dramas. He was on TV as well. And his sister was also a trainee under YG Entertainment at the age of 10. You know the stress that a trainee has as teenagers? Imagine as a child, as a young child, who you're starting to learn about yourself, learn how to roll in this world without being judged, trying to figure out what color you like to wear, what is your favorite color, because you change. Even as an adult, I change colors from white to yellow to green. Imagine a child that is discovering how the world works, discovering how to manage things, who they are, how do they interact with people, and you're in a company that is telling you how to act, that is telling you who to be, when you don't even know yourself who you are. It takes a toll on your mental health, and as a child, you're starting to develop. Your brain is starting to develop, and you're starting to understand things. When a person is telling you how to be, you get confused because you're like, but I like green. Why are you telling me to wear red? Oh, because other people like red. But what about what I want? That's not the case. And even Moonbin himself has said it to his sister. They had a show almost 3 months ago. Wasn't even that long ago. That they sat down on a show called DNA Mate. And they sat down and talked. And he told his sister, if you wouldn't have trained that long, I would have told you to leave the entertainment business. This industry is hard. Sometimes you want to act like a child and they don't let you. Sometimes you want to be a certain way and they tell you who to be. It takes a toll on your mental health. And he was right. He knows what he's talking about because he lived through it. There's some allegations that Moonbin's passing was maybe because he decided to unalive himself. Others said it was because of a stroke. I have issues with both of them. Mainly because if he did unalive himself, there's something wrong with the K-pop industry, that they're not taking care of their members, of their idols, the way that they're supposed to. These are human beings working non-stop. Just like you and I, the only difference is they're subjected for other people to judge them for what they're doing. And aside from me, I can quit my job today, have another one tomorrow, and you will never find out. Their lives are publicized. Their jobs are publicized. And when you're that young in the industry, it affects how you manage yourself and the world. Sometimes I really think that these companies forget that they're not dealing with robots, that they're dealing with human beings, especially kids that started very, very young. Like Moonbin, like for example, Solly. Solly from FX started at the age of 9 as an actress. Then she made it into the K-pop industry. That is why I think I value KQ so much. Because KQ Entertainment, when Mingi took his break, not only was he valued, he was understood and didn't make it a big deal. If he needed to take a break, he took a break. He took a year break. And us fans, we love that. We love the people that we not only look up to, but we care. Some more than others. But these people that we care about, because they brought us the people that we love, the fandom, we want them to be okay. So when there's a company not treating them right, we get frustrated. Because as a fan, we can't do much. And it was speculated that he did voice out to Fantasia that he wasn't feeling well. And that there is a lot that was wrong and he needed to rest. But Fantasia didn't do anything, allegedly. And I have an issue with the other part, which was if he did have a stroke, why is a 25-year-old having a stroke? Tell me. Let me mention something here. Maybe we can get this a little bit clear, right? First of all, for you to have a stroke, you need to be, lack of sleep, stress, malnutrition. Maybe you have some underlying issues. Either way, as a 25-year-old, you should not be having a stroke. I am 28 years old. I've never had a stroke. But when you haven't stopped since you were 4, your body takes a toll. I think, honestly, this is just my opinion. I think he felt the responsibility of maintaining the family because you only go into the business that young when you have a big responsibility on your shoulders. And no toddler, no child should be paying your bills. We see that on the child actors nowadays. You see Alison Stoner talking about child acting. You see Janet McCurdy talking about the horrible experience she had being a child actor. And many, many more out there that are now, as adults, voicing how hard it was. And you can, I've seen many videos of Moonbin, by himself, talking to other people, being a co-host, whatever it was. I've seen him talk, and little by little, you can tell snippets that he's trying to tell you, I don't like this anymore. I love my peers, I love my surroundings, but I'm exhausted, and this is too much for me. But nobody listened, especially his company. You had a minor under your company. It's your responsibility to take care of that person. Especially when they probably signed, because I've heard it. It is a rumor, it is alleged, but I think you sign a legal guardianship when you have a minor. Yes, the parents are there. They're giving you money because you're a trainee. And even Moonbin has said it himself. When his sister was a trainee, he gave her his card, his credit card, so that she can have food. Because during training years, you're not getting paid. 6-7 years training, you're not getting paid. But you have to work an immense amount of hours literally for free while you're training to be an idol and an entertainer. But you're not getting money. So most of the time, parents fund that. But at this time, Moonbin is explaining that his sister, he gave his credit card to his sister so that his parents didn't have that burden. So we see now that he thinks that he has this, and it was probably implanted into him as well, that he has a responsibility to be in charge, to take care of everything around him. And of course, being the kind human that he is, he's not going to say no. He's not going to do that. He knows how hard it is to be in the industry. He knows that this is serious business. And once you're in, and once you're in the public eye, it's very hard to go back. So he's like, I have to help her, because maybe he didn't have that help. He didn't have an older sibling to watch over him. He didn't have that kind of a connection. Now, as he grew and as Astro became the amazing group that they were and that they are, because they still are a group, those were his brothers. But he didn't have an older sibling to watch over him. Before the days of his passing, Moonbin was actually promoting with Astro. They were going on tour, and he had just, in 2021, he had just debuted a duo called Moonbin and Sana, which is Sana is a member of Astro, which I'm going to talk about when I talk about the group Astro. And I go into detail about Fantasia and who they were, because Astro lifted Fantasia up. Astro made Fantasia what they are now. And I went to South Korea in 2017, and me and another girl that we... So I want to be very specific with this, because this is it's a very important detail. So in 2020, Moonbin and Sana made their debut as a duo, and they came out with their EP, with their EP In and Out, and with their title song Bad Idea. This gained so much popularity that they became the first group duo that in 8 days after they released that song, they won a trophy. They actually won a trophy on the show called The Show, coincidentally. And that song became number 9 overseas and number 2 on Gaon charts in South Korea. So Sana and Moonbin were on a roll. They were, not only was Astro being known, but they as individual duo members were actually being recognized by their work. And what's sad about this is that before his passing in January 2023, it was announced that they will be doing a comeback. And the day before his passing, it was announced that the duo will be performing in the Dream concert in Busan, South Korea. That was going to be broadcasted and be done in May 27, 2023. So when we look back at this, we are asking ourselves what went wrong. He had a great career. He was on a roll with the duo. He was gonna be on tour with Astro. So what went wrong? What was he missing that this happened? Or what was going on in his life that we didn't see, that he was actually feeling bad? And I'm gonna say something, this is my opinion. But in the years I've been in as a K-pop fan, seeing the K-pop industry, most of the times idols don't talk about what they're going through, what is going on. They don't want you to see that side, because their job as an idol is to think that everything is perfect, I am okay, and the industry teaches them that. You are a role model, you are an idol. People want to be like you, and they want to visualize somebody that they wish they were. So you need to be perfect. You need to have this perfect appearance, this perfect life, and that is not reality, especially nowadays. We can see, thanks to social media, how things around us are going, how things around us are happening, and none of them are always bright and pretty and pink. Things happen, people are human, and bad things happen in our lives, in our daily lives, in our surroundings. Things happen. But by having this fake persona, that can lead to other people having big depressions. It can lead to mental health declining. And they don't talk about this. And I'm going to talk about the other artists that have been going through this, that are now voicing it. It is sad that this beautiful human being is no longer with us. We have lost a great person. We have lost a beautiful human being. It could be because of a stroke. It could have been because he was unalived. It is sad that he's just not here. And I'm going to tell you some beautiful facts about Moonbin, because I think these are the things that are going to help us remember him with a smile on our faces. Like I said, he was an Aquarius. He was 5'11". His English name was Jerry. Okay, Moonbin, I see you. He was able to play the piano, and his favorite food was beef. He loved playing video games, and he actually had a cat named Roa, which I'm going to show you something. Hold up. This is Gregory. But Moonbin had a cat. He had a Siamese cat named Roa, and of course, you know, Greg, the window's open. But he did have a cat named Roa, and there's a bunch of lives where he's just playing with her and just moving around and just feeding her, and you can tell that he was very happy when she was around. He was allergic to dog fur, which is why he had a cat. He was said by others to be a very caring, kind human being, and this was actually proven right when Lino, one of the Stray Kids members, and Moonbin made a collaboration with the other members. There were 98, so it was a 98 line. So this collaboration consisted of Moonbin, Kino, Chuyeon, Q, Lino, Hwanwoong, and Donghyun, and they all promote Horangi, that's an NCT song. At the end of this performance, Lino actually collapsed because he was very exhausted, and this performance was insane. But the first one to be there to make sure that he was okay was Moonbin. Moonbin made sure that he got water, that he was breathing, and that he was okay, and then they walked off. But he was there. The first one and the only one was there to make sure that Lino was okay. And it's been said by his sister and many other members that he will be the first one there in case something happened to you. Or if you needed someone, he will be that friend that you will call, and Moonbin will be there for you. He was also an introvert, which is it is a funny fact, because you see a bunch of introverts in the K-pop scenario, and then when they get on stage, you're like, where's the introvert? I don't see it. I'm the introvert because I'm on a phone. Like, Beanie will be remembered as the kind human being that he was, as the friend that he was, as the great performer that he was, and with a smile that can light up any dark room. He will not be forgotten, and the legacy that he left in the K-pop world will always be remembered. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys personally. If you are going through something, if you don't feel like you want to talk to anybody around you, there are outlets out there. I'm going to leave a link in my description box that it will be a hotline if you feel like maybe you don't feel okay, that there's something wrong, and then you want to talk to someone, some professional, somebody to listen to you. There will be the number, and you can contact them 24/7. You are not alone in this world. At least me, I can tell you that being part of a fandom brought me so many beautiful people in my life that accept me and love me and support me. You have that as well. I can tell you that as a K-pop stan, we are welcoming. We love you for who you are. You are not being shunned away because maybe you like a certain thing that we don't like. We accept you, we love you, and we love that quirky side that you probably deem as maybe annoying. We do not care. I, as a person, respect you and love you, and you have outlets out there. And you have somebody to talk to. You will have somebody to talk to. If you need a friend, look at your surroundings. There's always somebody probably going through the same thing as you are. You can connect with that person. And if you don't feel comfortable, there's outlets out there that can help you. Your voice matters. You matter. And what you're going through matters. Just because somebody else is going through something that is not as big as yours doesn't mean that it's not as valuable as yours. So I'm going to leave with that note. Just remember, guys, you are not alone. In this world, you have people around you, and if you don't want to talk to any of them because you want it to be a little bit private, the hotline can give you many options, can find many resources for you. You're valuable, you're special, and you will always be that. I hope you stay that bright person that you are, because you are very special and you are very much needed in this world. Let's not forget Moonbin either. The smile that he had on his face, the passion that he had on that stage, the great brother that he was, a great friend that he was. Let's remember him that way. Let's remember how pure and kind he was, and that all the work that he did led through him living a legacy in the K-pop world. How he danced, the MCs that he did, everything. Everybody that met him talked wonders about him because he was a kind human being, a very beautiful person that will be forever missed. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm sorry that it was a little bit strong in nature. If you guys want me to go in depth in another video, about telling you more stuff about Moonbin, because it is infinite. The things are infinite about him. And if I would have fit it here, it would be like 5 hours. But if you guys want me to do more videos like this, just click like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another, because you don't know what the other person is going through. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.